Oh, you're gonna have to eat it though. I'm waiting for this. Have
Yes,
a mid. Do
I
not
will
forget
eat that.
about this, STD.
I was just baiting, so they
Ban
use
it.
useless bans, like they're banning Brood, Alk, Abba for no reason. But now I'm interested.
Yeah, that's the Thunder Predator way, the old Thunder
Yeah.
Predator way, right?
Oh yes,
You-
the IO thing that they did on Twitter. That was
Exactly.
pretty great. Yeah. All right, so Beast Coast, they banned the Clockwork immediately. Does this mean they're gonna pick up a Snapfire again?
I believe they would like to, if it's not banned.
Okay.
And Infamous has second pick. I guess that's the most
good.
interesting part of the draft. So I'm not sure if they won the coin flip.
Yeah,
wasn't
didn't
in the lobby.
yeah, we're not in the lobby.
Yeah, I didn't see. I'm sorry, guys.
Because
but-
it's, yeah.
Well, so far, the only time Beast Coast lost a game this DPC was on Radiant, was with first pick. So that is promising for Infamous. And I wonder if they'll actually, I mean, considering they won against the Invoker, I think there's no incentive for Infamous to ban or go Kunkka like I suggested in the last game. So I want to see whether Beast Coast believes in the Invoker enough to pick it again, or if they'll completely, yeah, looks like they're gonna change their strategy.
Nyx? That's a classic.
What?
That is one of the best Schofield hero or Gojira heroes now, and it suits him better because he is a kaiju. So
What was their first pick last time? Was it
Snap, no?
Snapfire.
Oh yeah, that's true. It was Snap.
Snap into Invoke.
It's the anti-Snap hero, so you don't really give it away to Infamous, and they could pick Snap if they want to.
I personally don't think Nyx is that great against Snapfire. I don't know about you, but I don't think he's that good.
I mean, it's not bad for Snapfire, right? It's definitely it's not like you cannot pick Snapfire, but there might be better heroes if you see the Nyx.
Like, I think it's like a 60-40, because I think by the time that you hit him with the Spike Carpus, like, you've already thought, yeah, look, see, they don't care.
Okay.
To prove a point, I knew they were going to pick this Bowie, and they just did it for me. Hey, thank you, Infamous.
Okay.
They have Bara still.
I guess the difference here is that I don't think they're gonna run the Snapfires offlaner, right?
No, I don't
whereas
think they would, no.
with Beast Coast they would. So I think if you want to actually run the Snapfire as a core, I think there's definitely less incentive to pick it versus Nyx. Because I think you do, like, you're gonna be, you want to be able to do more damage because you're gonna have more levels. So having that cancel every time is pretty annoying. But I do like this. I think Spirit Breaker Snapfire could be a good lane if it's a 3, but they also have lots of flexes.
I would like to see the Invoker again. I don't feel like the hero was a bad pick. I believe it's good against the Spirit Breaker. But they're taking some time to pick, so they might have lost their confidence on the hero.
I think it's good.
I go for the Kunkka again. You were a big fan of this pickup earlier, Bowie.
Yeah, but it was the different situation, right? Because they were dire. And like as Raiden, you would really like to have the Invoker just because you accelerate your Roche taking by a lot. When you have this Kunkka here, you can't really make use of the stacks as much as the dire side. So overall, I mean, it's not bad, but especially with the Nyx, I thought they would be, unless this is a carry Kunkka and they'll get the Invoker later. We'll see what they do.
So what?
I agree with Bowie.
Right.
I think like Kunkka is more a hero that you defend your jungle, you defend your map, you can really well make your towers survive.
Yeah.
But you don't take towers at all. You don't do Roche damage at all. And then we go back to this Radiant Tire theory. How you want to play Radiant doesn't seem like the way you want to play.
We'll see though. If it is a carry Kunkka and they go Invoker, I'm not gonna really have a problem with that. Obviously, Kunkka is not a really good Roche taking hero, but if you have Invoker plus something else like a Pango or anything that has minus armor, they should be okay.
Man, Hector is a tryharder. I go to Dota 2 Pro Tracker to check if he's playing Kunkka. He has 4 Smurfs.
Yeah, he has.
So that's 5 accounts.
He
you
has
need
5
to check.
accounts. Yes.
Yes.
He's the nightmare of Valve right now.
Yeah, he is. He actually has more, but it's only 5 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a problem.
That's the ones we
Yeah.
know about.
But of course, we are just joking, people that watch the DPC. No pro player has Smurf accounts. These are practice accounts that Hector uses for lobbies. He certainly does not have a 6K Smurf to beat people with. No, that's not him. That's a different player.
Okay, I think it's a good Wraith King game again because they banned the Beastmaster. Please don't ban the Void, so I need to take it back. Yeah,
No,
it's a good
Bloodseeker?
Wraith King game.
That's a good Wraith King game.
All right.
Do you want to see the Wraith King, though? Do you think the hero is strong? I will tell you that Beast Coast hates Wraith King right now.
I like the hero.
The reincarnation nerf to Hector, he thinks is the hardest nerf the hero's ever received.
It is a pretty hefty nerf, I'll say. But I don't think the hero is obviously playable. But considering I really feel like it is a good. I don't have overall last pick carry because you know it's overall it farms well. It has decent matchups. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it, but I don't think we can tell right now if they'll go for it or not. Now they get Magnus, so possibly a Spirit Breaker support here.
Yeah, I'm guessing the role of the Magnus, because if it's mid, I would hate it.
Yes.
If it's any other role, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see Alone hitting creeps.
He does like to do that though, but
Yeah,
I agree.
Such an amazing game on Ember on co-op, creating space, and you give him a Magnus. I'd rather see him on the Spirit Breaker.
And if it's mid Magnus, I also feel like the Kunkka could be metal, and it's such an easy matchup for him. Like you just slap Magnus' butt all the time. Actually, the creeps, and then Magnus' butt actually hurts because he's a melee hero. I hope it's offlane. I don't like Magnus support, so I'm not a big fan of that as well. But they are definitely gearing towards late game here. You have the Snapfire Mind's Armor, the Empower buffs. There's a lot of options here. They could even go Morphling again. Morphling, even though he's not a melee hero, it definitely makes up for because he has a lot of Vajik. Yeah.
Because he has base damage, right? So Empower always good. What about the Magnus?
Also good for Beast Coast. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Bastini, please.
Yeah, because it's a hero that takes towers fast. It's a hero that you can't find with RP. So against Magnus, you love like Spirit, Spuck, Slark, Morphling, those heroes that you have some kind of kite. He cannot find you on RP. And if you take towers fast, that's a plus, because Magnus wants to defend his jungle. But not really an Hector hero, so...
I like this tide. I feel like the team fight of Beast Coast looks really good right now. I have Bold with Ravage. Super hard to fight into. They also have the Kunkka X. Can cancel Snapfire's ult from pretty far away. So it's not really easy for Infamous to take fights as they did in the second game. Now they need a 5 probably. Unless this is a Stinger Nyx.
Nope, it's gonna be Stinger Oracle instead. So all in with the Hector strat, whatever the hero is.
Beast Coast's turn to ban.
Okay.
And they counter the tide. Okay.
I am not a big fan of this.
No? Why so?
Well,
Radiant hero, he's gonna say it.
I mean, that as well. But you have a lot of kiting, right? You have Bolt to diminish the damage. You have Oracle ult, you have Ravage, you have Nyx. So, I mean, sure, they don't necessarily need to play aggressive because you have Empower, so maybe you can build his Earth into some sort of anti-mage-esque hero. But I don't feel like they get that much value out of last picking their mid as Infamous. Maybe they don't really know what to do with this Kunkka because it might be flexing. But as Astini said, Hector, at least in any of his Mervs, plays Kunkka. I don't remember him ever playing Kunkka carry, so it could be his first if that's the case. I just think they are betting when they didn't have to because they have that overall last pick.
Why can't it be the Magnus mid and they last pick in their offlane after they see Hector's hero?
Because I mean that's what we talk about, right? You're gonna have Alone hitting creeps, and I don't know. I don't feel like this Ursa is going to carry. Like, why would you let's pick your offlaner when you can just get Morphling again or a hero that
Right.
like we literally saw them winning with that formula in the last game, and they
Right,
go for
okay.
the same overall concept, but then you get this Ursa. It feels confusing. Obviously, I'm not saying they're gonna lose because of it, but it just doesn't feel as safe for me.
Yeah, and Hector has so many options here to have a good matchup against the Ursa. I guess his favorite hero would be CK, but you have the Empower on Ursa. But still, I think it's decent for CK. Any illusion hero. Not so much for TB though.
Yeah, and when you add the
Oh,
I mean, they're so tanky, dude. You have
Just brute force
Bold
it.
Mitigation, the Warcry. I guess can they Brewmaster here? I mean, obviously, Sven quote-unquote counters, but having the Warcry dispelled, you actually have the Oracle W being dispelled as well. You can lift the
I
Oracle.
don't. Yeah, if you go brew, Beast Coast considers Sven a really hard counter to brew, and they will pick it into brew every time. So I don't
I
think
know.
that's the play.
I guess it's a Seek Haze or OD game if you have 3 tanky heroes. Like you don't have Timber, but you still have Razor and OD. Those two look like game winning if Sacred was the one carrying. Those two can carry the game.
I hope they just play Magnus offlane and they'll get a mid. I like the OD. I think it's even though you're against Nyx, you have saves, you have Kite for the Sven.
Yeah. Nyx is not as good anymore. Oh, yay. That seems like a very weak pick to be. Oh, it's offlane.
Oh. Huh.
I like the OD much better that you guys were suggesting, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, they can win with this draft. There's nothing bad, but considering I really expected them to just repeat the formula, and I thought they had a decent shot. I don't think this actually is like the best draft they could have to maximize their chances of winning. So I'll say this is like a 51-49 for Beast Coast, just because I think they're the better team.
What? 51 foot. That's as much as you're gonna go, Bowie. 2%.
All right, this is a 79-21 for Beast Coast because
There we go.
obviously they are the better team.
There we go,
This is gonna
Bowie.
be a stomp. Gojira is gonna have a Dagon at 20 minutes. Dagon 5, by the way.
I hope he does. That would be sacrilege. But everything else, I second. All right, Astini, give me your overzealous, rambunctious prediction of the day.
That's a Beast Coast win. Not 51, it's 100%. They're winning. Hector, he's gonna burst. DP, Ursa so easy with his van. And
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Wow.
Whisper with double Ravages. If the game gets there against cars that don't love to build BKB, such a great game for Beast Coast here.
I love
Yeah,
this.
like you're picking this Ursa hero that relies on killing heroes really fast, and you have 3 melee tanky cores and a save on the Oracle. Like it feels so suicidal. I really feel like they have to farm. They have to go Battle Fury, Daedalus on the Ursa. Like literally play anti-mage as Ursa, and maybe they can somehow win this. I
There's
don't feel
Empower.
Like... Yeah. Go Battle Fury anyways, because you need a 2-hour game. I don't know what to do. It's really weird. I cannot explain it.
All right, my panel is confident this time. They go on the Beast Coast side. Remember, last time Brazilians all joined together and were very confident on this. They got 7-1. So who knows, right? Who knows? Astini, Bowie on the Beast Coast side. Where will Lyrical and Trent side? We don't care because what we care about is their beautiful voices that will help narrate and illustrate this wondrous experience, this last game, Game 3 between Infamous and Beast Coast.
Thank you so much, Avo. And Trent is back in his house. He's made it back. It's working. Yay!
Yeah,
Amazing.
my good friend here, Mr. Tin Soldier, and he says, it feels good being back at home when the power's back on, ready to cast some Dota. Get into it. Oh my god, hurry.
They're going in, trying to find it. The root bot to skewer back even further. Looking for the finish. Can they get it? Yes, indeedy duty. Gojira goes down. Trent, Steenie, Bowie, they were very, very confident that it was all going Beast Coast's way, but Stinger is also going to get ran down, get pummeled. And who's going to get the kill? Good old Alone, picking that one up as well.
Well, we can practically call it there, I'd say. Oh, man. I don't remember last time I was this happy. Didn't tell my family members that. Oh, my God. Whew, what a day. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to just be actually capable of casting this game number 3 here with you. So let's continue to get into it after these 2 kills. Hector on the Sven versus the Earth. Look at that stun. Look at that
Dang.
steal of a bounty rune. Now
where he
Hector's
is,
happier than
too.
I am. Look at it. He's getting the ancient triangle bounty rune, and he's pulling the old EG 2017. They're going to farm in the Radiant offlane.
Not the EG 2021. That's a different thing, right? That one's much not as good, which is a way to express yourself that I chose to do, and I can't take it
NA
back
Dota,
now.
NA Math, NA Grammar, baby. We got it all.
Amazing. Look at this, though. I'm curious if this ends up working out for them. So what's the benefit to sticking the Sven up top?
Let's see. Well, right now they've got just Affliction, so they guessed right. They dodged, right? The matchup of the DP down the bottom lane, so actually gets a little bit of space, and then if you maybe can't control the camps that well anyway, which could have been the choice, the case of this matchup, they can just sort of like play near the tower. They're actually just gonna bring Gojira over here too. They're gonna let Whisper have the solo safe lane, so pretty safe hero for it.
Well, they're gonna find this kill most likely. Full try versus try. Wait, no, he's getting away. Actually, the salve. Able to live, and instead it's Stinger the one that's taking the pummeling.
No, he's gonna salve too.
Pop the salve off afterwards. So all that hubba-baloo, and it turns into no kills. Interesting. All right, tri-lane versus tri-lane.
How
That's
did you not end that for you with the rhyme? You had like,
I don't know, man.
where are you? I thought you had this. Get your head in the game here, man.
I'm sorry. that's
Lyrical
my bad.
rhymes that. I know you.
I was trying to figure out what's going to happen bottom, because I guess it's just Ursa versus Tide. That sounds terrible for Whisper, surely.
It
Surely.
is, but only once there's movement speed. Right? Look, boots are
Where's that
coming
number
to
at?
Whisper. Okay. Lumiere, no boots yet. They're on their way. He's going to have his boots a little bit earlier. That's a plus. And then he'll just run away from Ursa. Whatever that means.
Just
Oh,
got his
God.
courier
Oh,
killed.
no.
Dude, what?
Oh, phooey. How did the
All right.
bootsless Ursa get your courier?
He literally ran it into him.
Well, that's a good reason.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I saw the range creep helped him out, too. It actually got the last hit.
Yes, it did. Very interesting there. Well, I mean, with boots already there on Ursa and Whisper having him, though, I guess that they're going to be okay. Affliction comes on bottom yet again. We haven't really talked all that much about mid there, which we were taking a brief look at. But it is going to be the Mag versus the Kunkka, so full-on farming mode constantly going on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I guess there is a kill potential, right, for alone? Because you just do, like, Shockwave Skewer into tower.
Right.
Because, like, you can't really counter that well with X, can you? I feel like there's... Maybe you can? I don't know.
During the Shockwave, you would have to.
Yeah, you probably could, actually.
I guess the only thing about it that's a little weird is you definitely have to have, like, seen it coming. You need to know what's going on, and he didn't do it. He didn't do it. See Smile taking some damage as he got skewered back underneath the tower there. Whisper still playing pretty far under the tower himself, but yeah, See Smile's going to be fine.
Back pick up that banner in his bottom lane, though. Yeah, as expected, not looking so hot, so he needs a friend. But he's a bit too deep for that. Oh, beautiful cookie there, too. Has an Orb of Venom. This
His
is
friend
not just a
might die
free
as
walkway.
well.
Oh, man. Oh, it's a hungry bear.
Dude, and again, like, think about what this would mean for Infamous if they're able to take this series off Beast Coast. And it's come to this. They forced it to a game 3. I mean, again, not like anything to completely write home about. You still look at the CS, and Sacred is definitely behind on this offlane Death Prophet, but Ursa's off to a great start.
I mean, they're the ones that decide if, like, basically tiebreakers, if they're going to be, like, potential for some three-way tiebreakers here, right? They did it before with Beast Coast, where they started dropping games. And Beast Coast, remember, still hasn't played Thunder Predator either. So, you know, you stack too many losses, and suddenly you're at 2, and we could get into a real mess here.
I mean, there's a realistic world where, you know, if Beast Coast lose to Thunder Predator, or if they, first of all, if they lose this game and then lose to Thunder Predator, they might not go to the major. That's not outside of the realm of possibility. So definitely a lot of things to watch for, and a huge game right now for both of these teams. but
DPC is insane.
particularly- It is.
It's kind of cool that we have this breaking up of it too, where we have this little bit of a like interim to come back in, and it really helps you reassess just how few games are left for some teams and how ridiculously important every one of them is for the entire year. I mean, at least we have several majors now, I suppose. You know,
That's true.
up to 3.
And having them scale is definitely important.
True. Yeah.
That's the big one.
This major doesn't matter anyway. It's basically worthless. It's good. We
I think,
love the
though-
copium, you know.
I will say that I think that the major matters like a lot more in a region like South America or CIS, where like the potential for who it is that comes away with the victory. I guess it was CIS more last year. Spirits are looking pretty insane, but in this one, like that it could kind of go to anybody or one of a couple of different. I guess I should say.
No, they're just,
Oh, nice play.
yeah, easy one again. Yeah, that could have been pretty bad with how much damage he was taking there from the Spirit Siphon.
Dire's
Oh,
courier
well,
has
there you
been
go. Chase my carry. I'm going to get your courier.
Well played, well played. Off and away. Stacks going at the same time. Gojira going to get that played off, and
He just can't charge anywhere. He just gets stunned by Gojira.
that was nice. Well, here's a question. Do you give the camp C Smile with the DD rune? It's hard camp that's over here. The other way around is Affliction Soak and XP. That one, I'm wondering.
Or do you just, like, save it
K1.
for your Sven? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be more camps. Oh, how about a fight with a DD rune?
That's really big if they can make that happen. But Michael backing out still. The wrap coming, looking for Sacred, trying to find him, but the Torrent not quite gonna connect. Trying to get vision with that one, but wasn't able to make it happen. In the meantime, it is Nyx that's sitting mid as well as Affliction on this Snapfire getting some XP.
Can we throw massive props to Whisper, by the way? Look at his last hits. He's got, what, 40-some? 45, 46 CS? I mean, his net worth isn't, it's not as high as the Ursa's. I'm sure a lot of these are neutrals or whatever, but this is pretty damn great.
Yeah, he's having a good one. Very nice.
Considering the situation. Like, you got to be happy about this as Whisper. I feel like the plays you made in the lanes have worked out fairly well considering the matchups you were facing. That's not good. All right, I spoke it into truth that that's not the truth.
But they might be able to get a little bit of a return thing going on here. Good silence out afterwards. So the Torrent's going to be hard to freehand on that guy, but might still be able to get it. Toss out, lift up, bring down. And only level 1 right now on the X marks the spot. Smile, thinking about going for it.
He actually,
But-
he highlighted the boat. For like a second, he thought
Yeah.
about it.
We'll have X Torrent in a second there. Ooh, okay. Has the X into boat if they want, or just going to X into right click.
Dire's top tower
The other good combo.
Yeah, and now some tower pressure here. Another wave coming through. He's going to clear
Down
out that
bottom.
one, but he's back. Yep.
Whisper trying to run away, bring around the Rosie, and they're not going to decide to chase down because Smile makes the rotation. He's everywhere on this Kunkka.
Same thing with Gojira. Every time I look near the river, that's where he is. It seems to be just running up and down it, sort of getting a feel of what's happening this game. Now has 2 obs to try and plant down on these journeys. And Lumiere are going to go into the Ancients with some help of Alone here. A little bit of Empower
Ooh.
work here. Maxed out level 4 Empower. This Mag just holding those points, but making sure that Papa Ursa gets it.
Yeah, and rushing straight into a Blink Dagger. I mean, the panel was talking a little bit about like how they felt about Alone and type of heroes that they wanted to play. And I kind of like what they were saying about just needing to be a little bit more active. So I like to see that Blink Dagger early on. Let Alone kind of get in there and not just fully focus on farming, which is what I imagine the Blink is going to turn into. Is the one fights hopefully for Infamous.
Yeah, you'd hope so, because like right now, DP is going to be like, I'm focused on Exorcism plays, and Ursa is just like, well, I want Roche, but I don't really gank, so someone's got to do it. And this is a good way that you can like scale through the game by having this Empower for your Ursa, and that doesn't require any sort of itemization. So your itemization instead can be focused on like, what's my team lacking? And to him, he says it's playmaking. So now here's a question: could that ever possibly mean we see Horn Toss again, or is it just that bad?
I feel like With Nyx, maybe not. I don't know.
It feels pretty
know.
bad. I honestly
Yeah.
like. It's I don't know. It's just the whole comparison thing. You know, after what it
Right.
was to see a slow.
Like some weird version of a sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah,
Like-
there is something there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think it's technically sunk cost, but it's
There's
something
other
like that.
heroes that give me that exact feeling when they take away something so glorious. You know.
I think all of us do. It's like no matter what, you know, you just you no longer can see the hero in a light without that.
You long for the brokenness of what you've lost. Well,
We all
alone.
deal with death in our own way, Trent. And speaking
Oh,
of which,
dude, he did it. Oh, it didn't matter though.
it was a rough one. It was a hard one to make work, and in the end, C Smiles brought down. Jira gonna get chased a little bit here. No more skewer available though. Can't chase any further.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Was pretty sick though. That X play.
Radiant's
Yeah, you get the X, but unfortunately they just changed on you. Obviously, you don't have really any choice of using it. And then to add on to that, the fact that it's a snapfire of all heroes supporting for the back to just get that final blow no matter how far away you move there. So, oh, look at this. Hitting the mid tower with exorcisms while Ursa hits Roche. This is wild. This is
That's really nice.
crazy. Dude, there's no way it was checking Roche.
I like that a lot. And they did it with the catapult wave too, so no matter what, there's a ton of damage onto that tower.
They actually
And
had
Ursa?
They had some vision in the area, but Sven was busy doing ancients. Okay, now they see the ghost running over there.
Well, there it is. He just claimed. It's a nice way to do it. And oh, down bottom. In some trouble. Still has the armor toggle though. Wanting to live, Cookie in, got the chase down. Needs to be careful about that Tidebringer. Dude, see Smile. He is mad. He's angry. When he gets saved at the last second, what? Oh my god. He's got a ton of regen coming through this whole way as well, but will eventually be brought down afterwards. Looks for the stun, able to find it for the finish. Gojira tries to get out of there.
There's a Ravage.
No more abilities. The Ravage comes out, gonna connect onto 3, but can they find the finish? Stinger wants to take down Michael, plays together with Whisper and able to get it. And in the end, Stinger gonna accept his fate, recognize his death.
Dire's
And the final tally ends up being, what is that, 2 for 2?
2 for 2, but core support versus 2 supports. Though on the other side, you can also say that, like, you know, Infamous had the Aegis in a rather frightening position. Plus, they forced out Ravage, so I'd say fairly even overall. I would like to see for Sacred next to just be like hardcore pushing down one of these towers. Next Exorcism, because you have the Aegis. I would hope that you get 2 with this Aegis. I feel like that should be a attainable goal here.
A tier 2? Or 2 towers?
No, just 2 towers, just 2 tier 1s.
Okay.
I feel like that should be like free with the current map position they have.
Yeah, no Oracle ulti for 50 either, so there's definitely a big timing window here since, what, Sacred's 20
Yeah.
seconds away.
And look at the line alone draws. Like, it's just this is what you do. You take that bottom tower, and then you're supposed to free up the space inside the Radiant jungle, so you feel freer to move through here to then connect to the mid lane and pressure from various angles. But some good vision drop down. They do catch the sentry, but they're not going to see the ob. So now, Infamous, I'm sure there's no illusions of like, oh, they have no idea we're here or anything. Obviously, they're like dewarding and stuff, but they don't really
Right.
care.
Dire's top
Yeah, it's fair.
is under attack.
You know, I almost wonder if, like, oh, they're going
What
in.
just happened?
He got caught. He got caught real bad. And C Smile's dead.
Did he cookie him too early and it ruined his charge?
Radiant's middle
Dude, they might get a tier 2. They still have Exorcism.
Yeah, that was nice.
I don't know. I feel like I'd like to see Infamous keep this pressure up right now, but they're going to try and take over the map instead. Play this, shut down Infamous a bit.
Yeah, they're just looking
He's
for
close.
Hector. That's all they're doing. They're just like, Hector is doing something right now. Like, we know he's farming and we want to kill him. We don't want to just like take his towers. Ooh,
They're
good
fully
pump fake.
surrounding him.
Oh, yeah, they're on to Gojira up top, and the Alone just pump fake the RP, and he tried to carapace it. He actually almost pulled him back into that sentry. That was about to be the nastiest play ever. I'm so sad right now.
Really cool.
I'm so sad.
Oh, they're moving
Mid lane?
in mid again. And K1. His triangle is open in terms of the areas where people are at with wards. But obviously, Infamous all up in that spot. They're gonna make the move now. This is better vision for Radiant, and smoke is gonna break. Hector heals himself. Still has that Aegis. A minute and a half left. Jump in, big RP. Gonna connect and blow them all up. Didn't stand a chance. Michael's looking for more. Stinger's gonna be in trouble here. See Smile.
Oh,
They
no.
decide to turn and fight. I don't know about this one at all.
What?
Oh no. Beast Coast, what are you doing? They're completely falling apart here. Oh, Stinger gonna pop the ulti afterwards. They do kill off Sacred though.
That was pretty
After
funny.
the exorcism, that was really sick. All right, Beast Coast, they're pulling it back.
Dire's bottom
Never a doubt in my mind.
She underestimated the burst of Oracle. We all do, I feel like, every once in a while. It's like, oh my goodness, yes, I'm very, very dead.
All right. I can't believe Stinger just like solved all of the problems that were about to happen right there. Imagine if she stays alive and exorcism's going.
Yeah, that could have been a bit of an issue. Man, that was actually such a sick initiation though. Like that first bit of vision, and then they had the RP and the cookie. Oh no, Hector, not again.
Yeah, I think he's done so.
He's got no game.
Yeah, this is not the way they wanted it to go. They drew it up in practice. Did not look like this.
Radiant's
And Whisper with the Ravage too. We can't let him get away with that. What? I mean, he must have had the read on that there. He's like, all right, I'm gonna hit this Ravage, and you're just gonna kunka them. Like, I'm gonna get
Right.
2 Tidebringers and a boat, and we can kill some people. And that might have been possible, but they did not have the coordination set up for that.
It's tough. It's a very back and forth game. It's still a lead for Infamous. Definitely like Beast Coast not out of it by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't know, just a lot of very questionable things going on, and it's gonna be tough.
Oh, I still
Yo,
think they'll
goes.
win. I've watched the Beast Coast games. I know.
That's fair.
You know, don't believe these lies.
Mm.
Dota Plus is like 67% chance Infamous. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm saying it's getting late in the evening. Here it goes down. Under vision right now. See Smile and Whisper heading back and forth. This is very sneaky wards. Just like nobody's been in the dire triangle for a minute. It feels like.
yeah, they're not interested in that part of the map. That is for sure. And look at this. Michael just in behind between the tier 2 and the tier 3, just saying, nope. This is ours. Sacred's got some plans here. Wants to pressure a little bit. Sacred working on the halberd. I believe Hector was working on one as well. It is done here after these creeps. Handy little Grove bow.
Dire's structures are fortified.
They pop this exorcism now. I mean, that Oracle kill again. Can't emphasize how important that one was. Otherwise, this would have probably been a tier 2 earlier, but they're going to get it now at 17 minutes. And Affliction back behind enemy lines. Nearby, another great ward in this area.
What's really going wrong for Beast Coast right now is that they just have no presence on the map at all. And you look at their heroes and you think, like, what did they need to do with this lineup? They basically needed Sven to be able to play his own game, and he doesn't have that right now. So they're going out now. I don't know. There's a lot of pressure on this move right now.
See, Smile reveals himself on the wave. Billy Stone. Oh, that's a big one.
Radiant are
That
stacked.
is one for the Dire. Can Radiant get one as well?
Lots of
smoked up.
heroes. Yeah, they're just kind of hanging out around this mid-tier 1. Arcane Rune now here for Alone, too. They're going to at least find
Great vision.
where Hector is.
Great vision. Sacred's in trouble. Sacred likely dead. Going to drop. Heads
body
up play
blocks.
right there. That was very
Nice.
nicely played. Affliction's going to go down as well. All right, Beast Coast are turning back up
Mid,
again.
Alone, X.
Oh, they get caught right here. Messes up a little bit as they're able to get the charge. So there wasn't that easy combo that came out. Ghost not quite connecting onto these
Dire's middle
hits.
tower is under attack.
But the big kill on the DP again.
And rolling that in the tier 1-2 is huge. Just because, like, this is them getting out on the map, right? This is what they were really struggling with. And the way they did that play, too, where they allowed Hector to farm that whole pattern through the top and then join for the fight like that, means he didn't really miss out on anything.
No.
I mean, you think about those deaths he had back to back and just how much time he hasn't been able to freely be inside his own triangle. Pretty impressive that he's only 2K down behind this Ursa. They're really finding what little opportunities are there for him.
Right. And you sort of look comparison-wise, and the main thing that we're seeing is like 2K ahead for Infamous, 2K ahead for the Mag roughly, or about 1,000. But then it's Whisper, on this Tidehunter who's making up for it a little bit on the other end of the spectrum. A minute away from Roche respawning.
They're faking that Roche is up.
Goes, looks, Hector shows on the wave yet again. Gonna be found. The rest of the team trying to connect. Stinger's gonna be there. No way for them to blow this guy up too quickly. Although Stinger has to be a little bit careful because now they jump in. Pop the Exorcism as well. Gonna get the big old jump for the follow-up, but the RP gonna come out after the Ravage and do nearly enough. Both going out, every ulti used to no avail. Infamous just shrug it all off as Whisper eventually is killed also. Damn, dude. That one hurts.
Is under attack.
That everybody? Did he actually get out on the Nyx?
I don't know if they actually went on it. I think
How did he get out? Oh, okay. Maybe I was looking at something else then.
don't
Well,
think he was
there we
there.
go. Full 5 hero wipe.
Yeah, dude. They're doing it. Big plays. Big plays. And now can go on in,
How
clear up
timely.
Roche.
Oh my god.
I don't know. That's one of those fights that you're gonna look back at the end of the game most likely and think this could have been the one.
It was the one, I think. Like, this is just a commanding lead. I'm no longer a believer. Now they have to actually work for my approval, I think, on Beast Coast. This game looks very difficult. Whisper, it's time. I need some huge play, and I know that's difficult without Blink Dagger, so that's why he's trying to buy one, but he needs to set up for that wild Sven play that you see. Like, that's on him.
Right. Well, and each of these fights, it's been, it's kind of set up by the Spirit Breaker again. Michael's been having a good game, but some of it's also just this hero, which has been seen all over every region. It feels like, and you caught a sight of the Sven up top, and we're just able to run at him.
Mid lane, Whisper.
Going. Trouble. Cookie. Lone. Things a little bit strange, but eventually, Yule Scepter lift up. What you were trying to say?
That's fine. Take my Nyx. That's fine. Good play. Good.
Michael?
Oh my god, he vendetted. He's out. He
Dude.
missed the dust.
All
Liver.
right, Beast Coast. They play
They're back.
stronger when they're further behind.
Don't kill the courier. It's not worth it. Please, you'll die. All right. Oh yeah, get the bounty rune. How do they just keep getting away with this? All right, smoked up though.
Are scanning.
C-Smile playing it safe. They have no Yules, right? On the Dire? No Yules. So he can still do his little X plays very safely. I mean, even with the Yules, it's pretty hard to get the timing. You have to be kind of lucky that the Kunk is just waiting that long.
Ooh. Scary. Scary. All right. There's 3.5 minutes on Aegis, Trent. This feels like the time when, if you're Infamous, you would want to be able to, like, claim a lane of racks. But the problem is they've got Ursa. Like,
But
do
the
they just need to run up
benefit
there
is-
with DP?
Yeah, they have Death Prophet. I don't know. I feel like they should be playing top. They should be up where Hector is. I don't know why we're bottom right now. Like, go up here. Like, he already farmed all this. But I feel like they should have moved up here first and done this classic, like, we're going to hold this, we're going to farm mid, we're going to push in that top wave, but they don't have the wave control right now. Yeah, what he said.
There it is. They're catching it now.
Porque Loco, that's something crazy. Isn't that right?
I mean, why are you crazy? Is Porque Loco? I didn't hear the rest
there
of
you
that.
go.
I'm muted
Well,
still.
then Porque Loco, Infamous.
Actually, you shouldn't take my words for it. The message to people.
It's on
in
you
chat
now.
Jumps in.
Pourquoi A2 Loco? Boom.
That's something else.
I don't think
freak-
Loco is crazy in French, but I'm just going to go with it. Lumiere's bagging.
No one catches. Well, Ravage is
disarmed,
going to
dude.
connect, but it's only on to Sacred, and now the RP comes out afterwards. All the control in the world. Hector, where are you going, buddy? He's going to try and get a couple more punches in. He's actually got a good angle on that cleave now, but all the control is there, and Michael going to clean it up in the end. Look at this Infamous. They're not taking no for an answer. They're keeping the train going. A triple kill for Sacred. Trying to close this one out.
They're spamming the Beast
performance.
Coast lines. Chill, bro. Chill and flex, bro. Smile. I don't think they're smiling right now. I wouldn't
This is
say
such a huge
they're
win.
enjoying it. Yeah, that was insane. That halberd from Sacred was so sick. Got it off before the BKB pop. So while the Ravage happened, we talked about Whisper, the pressure to set up for the good spend play. Actually hits the Ravage, but unfortunately, the BKB was just a little bit too late for Hector, and he was disarmed for most of it. Tough stuff.
Absolutely. And again, right, like you think about these teams that Infamous have played so far, you know, they've lost at this point to, I mean, the one that's sort of going to be a little bit of a kick in the teeth, I feel like. Hold on, we got to hold that thought as jumping goes on up top. Hector caught yet again. Control is there. Michael right on top of him. Gojira trying to get him out. Sacred does not actually have any exorcism right now. They're going too far. We counted their chickens before they hatched. Everybody died. Hector getting away, trying to escape. One more punch. They get it. They take him down. Sven dead for a while alone, looking for the big catch and the pullback there. Able to find on a Stinger.
though?
Luminaire, he's not dying. Still has the Aegis afterwards if things get a little bit too spicy. But they got their eyes on the Knicks. Spot him out to the side there. Luminaire is still living through this. 20 seconds. Whisper finally says, all right, get out of here. Put the skewer back. Bring him on home.
Yeah, don't bring him
Chase
in here.
down. And I'm going to get that kill. I'll still hiding.
15K lead.
Radiant's top tower
Jeez.
is under attack.
I don't know. I think I hear those chickens. I think they're pecking at the old shells there.
True. I don't know why it sounded like that tasty.
Probably because chickens are very tasty. Might be why.
You know, the thing
I had chickens.
yeah?
Yeah, I did growing up. There you go.
I don't
It's
know
your fun
where they were
Trent house.
hatched.
No, because we always get them as chicks. So no, I did not.
Tower is under attack.
There.
Yeah.
Anyways, the thing I was going to bring up beforehand, getting back to sort of implications of this, if it keeps going in this way that we're seeing. Obviously, Infamous, the big loss that they had was against Hikori, but the other one was to Thunder Predator, so that one you're not feeling too bad about necessarily at all. And then No Ping and I think SG were the two other ones that they had played.
Dude,
previously.
they're body blocking him.
They're going in. They don't care.
Alone's not even hitting him. He's just standing there, watching him, taunting him with his voice lines while he dies.
Yo, this is. You can tell they've got some feelings coming out here. The rivalry. We saw the video. They're giving him the throat slash that came out earlier. Hector, where you going, buddy? Got him caught yet again. Sacred off to the side. Stinger, nowhere left to go. They're pulling him way, way far away. Although the Oracle ulti, it's not going to be enough. Ravage comes out in the end.
That's a Whisper Ravage. These Ravages
no.
this game have been disastrous.
It has been a tough one, indeed. A great performance coming out from Infamous here. After we wrote them off. Pull it back. Hell of a performance.
Has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, they got hyped up, man. They saw that video. They're like, yeah, we can do this. Yeah, we are rivals. You know, put us on the same levels. Yeah, that's your mistake right there, Beast Coast. You got to act like you're the kings. They brought him up to their level, and Infamous, they just got that confidence. They took him down. He
So
said,
there you hear it,
counting
everybody.
chickens. Yeah, don't make content.
Don't have respect for your opponents. That's what
That's
I'm hearing
right.
from you.
That is exactly what I am saying.
No. Oh, up top. Man, this Ursa looks really good. This hero has been doing quite well.
That's it.
GG is called. In the end, they take him down. Infamous claim the victory here. What a freaking fabulous performance. I can't believe it.
They completely took over this game. Beast Coast they couldn't get any of their plans really going. I'd say that this idea of like Sven, you know he needs time. That's sort of a given. So you're working with a Kunkka, a Nyx Assassin, an Oracle, and a Tide Hunter, and that's not exactly the most like capable foursome of heroes to get around the map and create tower pressure and create good fights and ganks early.
Yeah, it's really interesting to me too. Just like thinking about the dynamic of where this started, right? And like the mentality of teams trying to sort of get through things because game number 1 very clearly that PL it was just like hold out, wait long enough, wait long enough, wait long enough and
Mm-hmm.
eventually PL took over the game. And then coming into game number 1 they just played it cleanly and like sort of gave themselves opportunities to make it work and never really gave up and then eventually it just all fell apart for Beast Coast. And here Infamous they just outplayed them. Sick.
Yeah, there really wasn't much in this game that made me think like, oh, Beast Coast has got this. Like the only thing that's in the back of my head is just like, Hector will eventually get huge. That's what he does. They do a very good job
Right.
of giving him every space that's there to try and recover. Sven, not obviously like the best hero at the moment. Still good, still a capable hero in the way that Beast Coast like to play it because they love this idea of having like multiple heroes that I feel like to me they can pair off into like duos and trios. And one thing that makes duos and trios very good is if everyone has a stun. You can just like chain stun and stuff, right? So they tend to like I would say emphasize control a little bit more than other teams. We've always known that about Hector's heroes, but they just really had nothing going in this game. They were just like under the complete will of Infamous, and I think they just played fantastically.
Yeah, I think that I'm trying to think of like who's the standout performers really throughout the series. In this one, definitely Michael felt like he was getting a ton of redemption going on. Um, maybe you just got to go Seldo, like in the end, the drafting,
The
the
drafting,
it was
captain.
sick, dude. I did not believe in the mag at
Dude,
all.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Mid mag 7013 has to go blink first, makes the plays that you needed, and like particularly maybe that's why Beast Coast felt a little bit comfortable. Because imagine if this mag doesn't go blink, then
Right.
this creates a whole different story in terms of like how much can you actually pressure as Infamous? Because then your three cores would be an Ursa, a mag, and a DP, and so they would have DP with the spirits. They'd be able to like pressure objectives, but you can kind of counter that with Kunkka and Tide. You can match those timings. The game gets delayed. Stuff looks good for Beast Coast. Something as simple as going for a more aggressive build and item on this Magnus can just mess up the timings that maybe Beast Coast felt gave them sort of a comfortable space in this game.
Well, I'm gonna let you just. I'm messaging real quickly with production to make sure everything all works out. But I guess I want to get your opinion one more time, real quickly, on where you feel like this sort of hits on Beast Coast. Because again, it's a team that still is going to be coming in looking like the top team in the region potentially, but it hurts them. It's got to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just bringing in my assistant here.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me about it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Good guy. No, he doesn't know anything about Dota. That was not useful.
Okay. No, it's just that's all you need to do.
Sorry.
That was beautiful. I thought you were going to come out with something really good there for a
Well,
second.
I thought he had something, but he's useless.
Unbelievable. That's absolutely unbelievable. Well, we are just sorting out a couple of
Oh, I
quick
thought you were
things.
ready. Sorry. That's actually why I bailed on my bit. I thought it was time to send it back. We've
No,
lost
it's-
Avo.
Yes,
Is that what
he'll
I'm
be here.
so no, I'm outing him. Avo,
Okay.
get back here.
Listen, we didn't anticipate the game was going to be over right then. It's perfectly fine. All right, so we're going to head on over back to the panel now. Beautiful. And here I still am. How's it going? Steedy Bowie, what'd you guys think of the game?
I mean, one thing that I want to talk about, and I think like the draft was really fast at the end, was that I was not really a big fan of the Ursa, but then they actually went Sven into Ursa, which to me was very mind-boggling. Obviously, it's a hero that they love playing with K1, but it's not a really good matchup. So we could see that even though he got that early halberd, he just got destroyed every fight. Obviously, I'm not taking anything away from Infamous. I think they played their lanes much better than I gave them credit for. They destroyed Beast Coast this game. There was a point where like Kunkka was dying, he was not even moving. But I definitely disliked that Sven, and I was peer pressured by Avo. I thought that game was much closer than he made me say. Okay.
That's fair. Steenie?
Yeah, and also pressured by me, right? Because I was really on the side of Beast Coast, telling, no, it's 100%. I should be the one that's not back here, ashamed of what I say. But yeah, I think Infamous, they played so well. But on the other hand, Beast Coast gave me some of the TI flashback.
Mm.
Also because it's a Sven and a Nyx. It's the heroes they lost the TI on a really weird game. It felt like a weird game from their side, like no good ravages, Sven being picked off 3 or 4 times. So seems like Infamous had their number. They knew all the time where to find Hector. He has this farming pattern. You know you're gonna find him on the triangle farming. They smoked there, did it multiple times, and at the end it really seemed like Biscos they were getting tilted. It was kind of a early GG. The game was lost, but it was a weird GG also, getting a kill outside of the lane and calling.
Yeah, like especially I think there was a fight. I'm not sure if it was right before or right after Roche where K1 was showing top, and I guess they had this idea of like baiting a charge and being able to like turn around with Oracle, but everyone was a little bit late coming to the party, so the Sven dies before the Oracle gets there. They waste Ravage, they waste everything, and they just give Roche away. They lose a bunch of towers. So it definitely felt like Beast Coast. I don't want to say they were lazy, but it didn't feel like they were 100% committed to winning that game because I felt like they could have done it, but that Sven was definitely a piece that felt weird. Obviously he was against 2 halberds. He didn't really have the best early laning stage, but he got a couple of stacks. It felt like he was in a progression of getting a better game. But the Ursa is a really good matchup for him.
Especially with the Empower, that helps you farm the same speed as him, and if he's dying all the time, then you're farming faster, right?
Definitely.
I'm just messaging a couple of things real quickly, but just to get a little bit more of like context on how you both feel about where this places, both Beast Coast and Infamous. Now, if it changes anything for either of you guys as far as the outlook of these 2 squads, is there anything that immediately pops out to you guys? Just as far as the rankings and stuff goes, or more like where the DPC, not necessarily like how strong you think all the teams are, but like where you feel like it might make them end and what that means for the region.
I think the first thing that stands out to me is actually the Bisco story in the second season of DPC last year, where they didn't actually made it to the major, right? Because of something very similar. They started really, really well, and then it always feels, at least like in the DPC, the Beast Coast is playing like at a 75% level. They don't really want to overwork themselves to the major TI. And something like this happens. They still have to play Thunder Predator. I guess you guys were talking about it at the beginning of the game. So they have to be careful. If they lose Thunder Predator, you could get into a scenario where Infamous or another team can sneak up and get that second place to the major. And obviously, the DPC points are not worth that much at the beginning, but it's a blow for your confidence for sure.
It feels like the first DPC where they lost to Infamous and they had to try hard to win against No Ping, that's the current Thunder Predator. So they start with that confidence like, okay, we are the best in the region, we are the best one at TI from the region, we don't have to worry, we don't have to screen at all, we don't have to study the opponents, we just play our game, we're gonna win. And then they lose and they kind of wake up like, okay, if we lose another one, we might not go to the major, let's start try-harding. So that might change the way they take like practices and those things.
I hope so. I really want to see them at the major. I think they're... go on, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say that I agree, and I think that they're a team that's definitely been able to, like, they recognize this is a bit of an issue about themselves, and that's something that, at least, in the interviews, they say that they're very interested in trying to solve. But at least in this one, and again, it's like I feel so bad because it feels like we're harping so much on them and the fact that they didn't get this victory, but it's just because we come to expect so much from this squad, and it should just be a great celebration of how well Infamous played this out and we're able to stick to it, pushing it all the way game 3. But it can't help but be that like elephant in the room that we keep on talking about a little bit. I don't know, it's tough. I get so invested in these games. It's crazy.
Yeah, me too. We should be happy about Infamous. We should be happy about them. It's good to see other teams in the region also showing good Dota. So not only Thunder, Predator, Beast Coast. You can get like happy if you love SA Dota that teams are doing well, and this makes us have good hopes when the teams make to the major.
Definitely. I mean, Infamous. I said, right at the beginning of the season that they were in my top 4 of teams. So I think they're kind of delivering that promise. They still have. I want to see who they still have to play. Right? They have to play uh Lava and Apple King of Kings. So
Yes.
Lava not looking really that good. I think
Right.
Apple King of Kings is probably the big challenge here because they are kind of tied in points now that Infamous won. So that is going to be a huge fight to see who might be able to take Beast Coast second place towards the major since Thunder Predator. I think they're pretty much guaranteed the major right now. They would
Yeah.
have to pretty much lose their 2 games and some weird scenario happen.
Yeah, it would have to be something along the lines. I mean, the big one that was sort of looking forward to would be Thunder Predator versus Beast Coast, which happens in the last week. But the other thing that happens that week is going to be that infamous versus Apu King of Kings game. So, I mean, just a whole lot of stuff to come. We've still got also the battle for relegation. Who is it that's going to get knocked out of this one potentially? And a couple of different battles that are going to be being mounted over the next couple of days. We've got Lava versus No Ping and Hikori versus SG that's taking place later this week. Just a whole heck of a lot of Dota. Gents, it's been absolutely wonderful. I don't think that we're unfortunately going to be able to get an interview because I think the players have already skedaddled out of here. But any final thoughts as we close out today? Another great day of SADPC.
I don't think I have any final thoughts. I'm just, happy that Infamous won, and you have to be very careful. The crown is always changing because, I mean, we always say this, but SA like it has a lot of competition, even though it always feels like Beast Coast gets the international results. When it's actually the region itself, it's much closer than I guess it looks like to the outside world.
Yeah, from my side, congrats to Infamous, and I believe we're gonna find out what happens at the very last match of the season, Thunder against Beast Coast. If Thunder wins, we probably gonna see Beast Coast and Infamous playing on a tiebreaker. If Beast Coast wins,
Or
we
King of
might see
Kings.
Beast Coast playing the tiebreaker again against Thunder Predator, like it was the last season. So let's see if it's gonna be a flashback from the last season or if Infamous gonna have a chance.
Nice.
Well, time sometimes goes circular, and we're back in it again as we'll finish off for our broadcast for today. But from us all here, to all of you guys at home, hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll see y'all next couple days for some more SADPC. Have a good one.